Welcome to Lore Hero episode 41. We have good news to share. I was just reading earlier this morning that the boys are back in town.
Oh,
the boys?
Boys are back in town.
Yeah.
Boys are back
Really?
in town.
They're back in town, yeah. It's true.
Would you say they're back in town?
I don't know. I'm just reading what I'm reading, man. I don't know. You know as much as I do.
All right.
There's only one opinion that matters here. JP, what do you think?
What?
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah. Dude, that's like the best take you've ever had.
That's surprising coming from you.
Can't believe it.
I think it's your
You
best
switched.
take.
You changed, bro, and it shows. Anyways, yeah, JP's gone. JP's in Florida.
Yeah, JP's gone. No. Just leave it at that. Cut it off there.
JP's just gone forever.
JP left us, and he's never coming back.
Oh my god. Yeah, fellas, how was your week? What's going on?
It was
What
decent.
is going on?
Yeah.
I spent most of this week doing leisurely things because I'm preparing for 24-hour streams, which by the time you're watching this are already done, and they probably sucked ass.
No, they were good.
They're probably good.
I can feel
No.
it.
I think I just watched them. They were pretty good, dude.
Oh, it's good to hear. That makes me very excited to do them. No, last time they were fine. I was surprised at actually how quick 24 hours can fly by when you're live and doing things. So I expect the Rock Band 24-hour streams to go by actually relatively quick as well. And there's only going to be 2 of them this time because Rock Band is just shorter. With Guitar, I had to do 2 24-hour streams and then like 16 hours of streams between 2 other days for the whole series. But we'll get her done in 2 days this time.
You sick of seeing squares yet?
I can see squares for the rest of my life, bro. I'm good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, a
lot of variety of
brings me
squares.
back to that like, you know, years old conversation. You know, people did not want to go play Rock Band because they're squares.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I know Square.
I saw that a lot when Yarg was first becoming a little bit more relevant because people were like, there's no circle notes. I don't want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've always wanted to. I always say this whenever people talk about, I couldn't get used to the squares and stuff. I get it. If you played Rock Band 1, those hopos suck to see.
Yes.
They're not great. But like it was all the reason to actually go out and try Rock Band once 2 came out. There's just an improvement in every other way on top of Rock Band 1. I think no. So I always like to talk about this just because I want people to understand, more people getting into this genre, because of festival or whatever. However you see content online, you want to try these games. And it's like, oh, should I try Rock Band? Should I try Guitar Hero? What order should I play the game in? I like that question. In the order of which should I play all these games in? I always say like chronological. But if you want to have like,
I'd probably say the same.
Yeah.
If like you don't want to get like pushed super hard, I'll just be like, just go play Guitar Hero 2. Go try Guitar Hero 2 or World Tour. GH2 or World Tour are like the best games for anyone who's just like mildly interested into getting into the games, like to go try, or Rock Band 2,
Guitar Hero 2 is such a great experience. I saw a friend of ours, Chain Brain, just found a copy for $1 in a thrift store today. While we're recording this, which that means, hey, you can pick up the actual discs if you find them relatively cheap in thrift stores. They're not that bad. The harder part is getting a guitar, which, hey, we just did a full episode on that. If you missed it, check out last week.
Was this crazy copy of Guitar Hero 2 that I have?
Hey, did you find one of those at the thrift store too? Maybe like 3 years ago?
$5. This is crazy.
What a deal.
No, dude, this is like my favorite piece of like community made things. Me and Jake both have copies, like physical copies of GH2.
I got mine right there. I want to go up and grab it though. Yeah.
Thank you, Jank.
Shout out Jank
what I wanted to do is like wait until the game was like feet or whatever, which it probably is at this point, and then like actually
you have it burned on there yet?
No, I don't. I wanted to have it pre-exploited so that it would work on the PlayStation 2s that would allow it for it to run. So it would be a stock. It would be as much of a real version of the game as possible.
Okay, yeah, I got 1.0 on mine. I have the original 1.0 release on mine, so it's almost like a time capsule because it's hilarious looking back at 1.0 was like because knowing what we have now, it's like holy shit, this was basic.
Yeah, dude, 1.0 was fucking rough. It just had a rainbow strike line, and it was the same
But
old
we loved it
textures.
because it was so cool.
We
So
loved
this is
it. We loved
This is
it.
the most ambitious Guitar Hero 2 mod ever, and it was. That wasn't
Yeah.
like gross and shitty like some
Dude,
weird
it's crazy
ISOs back in the day.
Crazy to think about that. Even like Deluxe is now pushing, it's community lore. It's
Yeah.
it's a
its own separate
tale,
set of
old
lore.
tale.
Mm.
Yeah. Good.
Are the
fucking
old
times.
archived like early 1.0 releases like readily available still, or is that just lost media
readily
unless you've downloaded it?
available?
I feel like
maybe
no.
on the Internet Archive. Maybe on the Internet Archive. Maybe.
I'm sure
1.0.
Local
Yeah.
H,
1.0.
Local H has to have a
Alice,
copy somewhere, right?
Scott and Janak
I
definitely.
got all
have
the 1.0s. I'm just wondering.
You have all the 1.0s. I have a 1.0 fucking Rock Band 2 Deluxe.
Yeah, dude. I have one of those installed on my 360. There's a 1.0 on my Rock Band 3 on my 360.
I think I have all the not the e-boots, but like the patches so that you can patch an e-boot or whatever, so that you can have no strum limit, or the XEX for the 360 games.
Yeah, I still have all the no strum limit patches. Those could probably be deleted. That's a relic of the past.
No, that was
the before times.
That's like a dangerous thing to have, because like, what if like in fucking decades time, and then we won't be able to tell if somebody does something legit anymore?
Yeah, because as far as I'm aware, those patches were never like
public.
They were handed out to a few people like me and others in Milohacks, but they were never like on a
shout out
GitHub
GMS.
thing. Hey, here it
GMS
is.
just figured it out in like a couple weeks time.
Just like
like
an hour. It was like an hour. Like it was
He's
the
like,
same
oh yeah,
day
I can read. He was like, yeah, I can
came out.
read. I can read PlayStation 2 code, whatever. Oh, here's
It was the
here's
same
the
day the
value for
prototypes
the
came
strum
out.
limit. It turns out it limits itself at 52 milliseconds. So we have a real number now. I'm gonna remove it, or I'm gonna change these couple lines of code. And does it work, guys? And everyone was like, holy fuck, no strum limit.
God, it does. And then this is the
it.
biggest day in Guitar Hero 2 history.
Yeah.
And then later that night, we got fucking debug for Guitar Hero 2. Like, what? No possible way.
Yeah, that's
within the same 24-hour period. That was when the proto was released. It was the same fucking day.
Yeah, when maybe I talked about this on the show at some point, but I still remember the first time I saw nerfed Ballroom Blitz pre-release version. I was playing it with the boys in Discord, and he was like, and we were just going like, all right, we gotta check out Ballroom Blitz. It's got to be the same, right? Load it up. Nope, no strumming at all in Ballroom Blitz. We're like, no.
They made it worse.
They made it worse.
To make it worse in these 2 weeks before release. What the hell are you doing?
No fucking way. Oh my god. Yeah, no, but like that was such a funny time. And then the Guitar Hero 1 proto with the unnerfed shit in the Guitar Hero 1 proto, which I kind of want to go back to. I kind of want to go back and full game FC that shit.
I would love to full game FC that too, but I'm one off of a full game FC for Guitar Hero 3 proto. I see you're still working through that. I just gotta get flames.
I
would like to. FC
I don't know. I think that's kind of got me. Like I missed past Faso because I hadn't seen the chart at that point, and I was like, I don't know what to expect.
It is different, and you will miss because you will
because it's hyperspeed 7. It's miserable.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
It's miserable. Sucks. I almost just want to do that like off stream. Like I don't know. I played so much Guitar Hero 3 like last week and then this week, but like that's on me.
You did like a regular playthrough, and now you're doing
a regular
proto playthrough
and a proto playthrough because I want to go for credits flames, and that can only be as enjoyable as you make it. But yeah, no, there's this overly ambitious, stupid fucking idea, but I got to go back for it because I know it's not that bad.
It's not that bad with a save state.
Not that bad. With save state. No, I was thinking I didn't even save state it because it doesn't even really work that way. It's only supposed to. Yeah, no, save states don't really work that well apparently. I was getting a bunch of errors getting that shit working, and it was better just to Alt F4 after I miss and then turn off autosave and then beat Lou, play through the Fire and Flames, and then Alt F4.
No.
That was better? You had to go back and beat Lou and waste 3 or 4 minutes?
Well, no, because like the prerequisite, like the rules for F-Sing Flames in the credits is not booting directly into the credits. You have to get into the credits. It's beat Lou, which is easy. It's beat Lou and then play Flames. And I think I'm gonna speed run it. I'm gonna speed run GH3 PC, and then just get to Lou, turn off autosave, and then at least I get to play it on the PC version, right?
You think that's better? Well,
I mean, it would be better than doing it on emulator.
Emulator can be weird, I guess.
Emulator is very weird.
Yeah.
Inputs were very, very odd on there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
Guitar Hero 3 did not feel the same. It felt similar, but
it ain't the
just
same.
Like some bizarro world version of Guitar Hero.
If you've
3.
never played the original Guitar Heroes, like on original hardware, like Guitar Hero 2, if you only play that emulated, it's a very different experience if playing it on PS2 or real PS2.
It is.
It just is. It just feels better and more responsive.
I want to. You know what? Like,
I urge you to try it.
This is a great fucking pivot because I was using my unmodded SG. I took this bitch out. I took this bitch out and I hooked it up to Festival using my Blue Indigo adapter, which is a V3, so it's still using an Arduino inside, I believe. I don't think there's a Raspberry Pi in there. You know what? No. It shows up as a flash drive. It shows up as a drive, so I think it is a Raspberry Pi. But it's a Blue Indigo V3 adapter. Yeah, look it up. It's by HS Mods. I caught wind of it in like 2022. He wanted to send me one, but I was like, I gotta get the PO box set up. I still haven't gotten the PO box set up, but I still ended up buying one off of him because I love PS2 adapters. But I got one of those. They're really fucking cool, and I just put Sand Troller on it, and then I used Festival Instrument Mapper, and I got like a 97% accurate FC of like Ruby Soho, and I almost got a PFC of like Roses on Pro Lead. And then that's how I got second.
Impressive.
That's how I got second place on Unsainted the night that it came out.
Behind me.
Yeah, thanks for the path. I didn't squeeze as hard, but that path is badass.
I went back to watch that video of those squeezes, by the way. I'm pretty sure I missed like everyone.
Yeah, I just saw them, but I was like,
all the
shit.
doubles that I went for, I missed everything.
Yeah. I was like, damn, he did not need to go this hard, but he did.
No, in fact, it hurt me from going that hard.
I was gonna say,
if I just played it more casually, I would have like another 1,000.
Yeah, you sacrificed the perfects in like on like a couple triple chords, and I was like, oh, so he didn't get those.
Sacrificed
or
perfects,
whatever?
and I missed them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I missed.
Such as the pain of score chasing in Fortnite Festival. You know, we're still learning. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to talking about the SG. You know, I don't know. You know, a lot of people out there still have SGs, or if they use them on the regular. But like the strum switches, the stock strum switches inside this thing, they're strong as fuck. Like they are, like they require like a bit of like push with it. And I think my brain is just more used to being accurate with the SG. I associate a lot of playing on the SG with playing Guitar Hero 1, where that timing window is extremely small.
Yeah, you almost have like a built-in bias like towards how you should play with an SG versus other controllers. I feel like at least.
Yeah, okay, so you can relate. Okay, that's very interesting.
It feels like you have to treat the game with more respect if you're holding an SG in your hands, because every time you've used an SG is on Guitar Hero 1 and 2 and 80s and such, where you did have to be a bit more accurate and careful with your inputs.
That's such an interesting thing to point out. Like, we only know those older games, but that's really smart.
Yeah. I've felt that way, but I've never like vocalized it before, or really even thought about it, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's our problem in when we talk about Guitar Hero and Rock Band and stuff. We have trouble articulating exactly what we mean when like things feel different.
Yes.
Or this guitar just feels better.
Yeah,
but it's like
it's such an abstract feeling, and it's hard to get that across to somebody who doesn't also have the same experience. Like me and Alec, we had the same experience here. We both played on PS2 first, so it's like, oh, I get you, bro, understood. But if you just hopped in the game recently, or by recently, like in the past 10 years, you didn't have that same lived experience with an SG on Guitar Hero 2, and I feel like I should have hit that. Why'd I miss that? And then you have to go back and like be more careful about not ghosting and such. Like those biases are built into just how you play now. But you didn't.
Yeah, we've just played so much that like our brain is rotted to.
It really
perform a different way when we use a different controller.
We are broken people.
Hey, that actually does point out something that's a little bit different even with Festival now. Right? Because we have so many people who are newer to the series, and then they come into Festival and say, wait, why did I miss in that solo? That didn't feel right. But there is ghosting in Festival, where if you hit the wrong fret during a solo, like I think of immediately the trill in the new chart by Alice in Chains, Wood, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you overtap, you're going to miss.
Yeah.
That's something that if you play
I think
clone
I literally
only,
played it like this. Like, I didn't even anchor.
Yeah. I mean,
anchor.
it's one of those. The first time I played it, I forgot I was playing Festival and I just missed because I was just like went off somewhere in my brain.
You went Yarg tap notes. Because they do look like Yarg tap notes.
Right, and it's not like it's a hard thing, but if you over tap,
I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk about like going back to talking about squares and circles and shit.
Sure.
Before we do, to put the SG thing to bed, I just ordered a V4 Blue Indigo adapter.
Let me know how that goes. I'm probably gonna buy one.
Just ordered it right now.
I know that they're out of stock like this week, so he probably made them yesterday or a couple days ago.
I don't know. Should be here.
But I
next
recommend.
week.
I think I recommended them yesterday because I was just like, I'm just gonna use the SG. Fuck it. And then
the sales are going crazy.
And I was like, oh shit, yesterday. Hey, yeah, you know what? Blue Indigo. I think, no. V4, that's pretty fire. What's different about a V4? Is there auth on it or something?
There's auth on it.
Oh, that's fire. What the fuck? Damn, I'm gonna pick one up. Was it $20?
It was $20 plus like $4 for shipping, so $25.
Dude, that's nothing. That's fire for an adapter.
It's a really good price for an
adapter. Okay,
yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing. You know,
price.
people who stopped playing Clone Hero around the time that like RAFnet became like the one thing to buy, people still talk about, hey, Wii guitars with RAFnet are still good, right? I mean, like, yeah, you can get a Wii guitar with a RAFnet, but you want something even better. You know, these Raspberry Pi Pico adapters are no fucking joke, dude. You go on Etsy, you look up Retro Cult Mods, you look up any Pi Pico adapter. I think Wiko adapter. I think Pixel has made some. I think Funky might have an adapter.
Dude, the same dude who makes the Blue Indigo makes the black Wido.
Yeah, Black Wido. That was the first like off market one that I was like, shit, this is really cool.
And get this, he sells the Black Wido V4, like the full thing with a 3D printed case and everything, $17. You can just buy the Raspberry Pi Pico with the firmware on it, $10.
Dude, that's just the same price as it is on Amazon.
It's like the roll limitless. That's just
no,
the board
wait,
that
what the
isn't
fuck?
The fucking thing. It's $10.
Black Widow? No way.
Black Widow Mini. He calls it. Yeah, I'll link it to you. Black Widow Mini.
Dude, that's straight up the same
$10.
price as a Raspberry Pi on Amazon. I know, like if you know, you can get those Raspberry Pis just by themselves for like $4. $4 pop. If you know, you know. But on Amazon, these Raspberry Pi Picos are like $9.
Yeah, and this is
but
his own
knowing
custom,
that this is a custom
design.
fucking board, you just get a Wii guitar. It's sitting in grandma's closet. Go visit your grandma. Go tell her you love her. Go have some dinner. Get the guitar. Bye, grandma.
Yeah. Go call your grandma.
Home. Yeah, go call your grandma.
If she's still alive, call her. Or your grandpa.
Yeah, real shit.
Real.
But
hey,
yeah, that's
I gotta
cool
be
as shit.
honest.
I didn't know about that. That's cool.
I don't know if I have my SG still, but if I can find it, I want to buy one of these. Like straight up, this is okay. This is lovely.
Yeah, I love the idea of it.
The auth built-in is crazy for console.
Dude, because you could use a guitar manufactured in 2005 on your Xbox Series X, bro. Different console manufacturer even, and it's 20 years old.
It was something. There was something like poetic about using the Guitar Hero 1 guitar on fucking Festival. I was like, holy shit, this is so sick. This is so sick.
It's almost like, hey buddy, look how far we've come.
Look how far we come. Hey
that's
buddy,
you
want to play one?
Brother.
You want to play one by Metallica? Come on.
Now.
We're gonna get to play Hit the Light soon, charted by Harmonix.
Hey, you remember doing this back in your glory days?
Hey, you just brought something up that's really fun. Hey, we've been talking about those Metallica tunes. I'm wearing a Metallica shirt right now. The concert that happened a while back, they just announced it's coming back. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, August 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah, by the time everyone's listening to this, it'll be in a week.
Hey, so here's my question: Why are they
the
bringing
weekend?
that,
Actually,
why are they bringing that back? There's still 4 tunes being teased. Is that
more Metallica? More Metallica.
We can talk about that. Did we talk about that vinyl on the show? I don't think we did.
I don't know if we've ever mentioned it. If we have,
if we did, I don't remember it.
I'm about to be redundant. I know I've talked about it elsewhere. But hey, if you did not hear, Metallica just sent a special edition vinyl record to Epic employees that worked on the collaboration. And it has every song that's currently in Festival on the disc except for 4. And they're the exact same 4 songs that have been teased on the playlists online and have been seen in game on the radio or also in the event that's coming back. So that's Hit the Lights, Sad But True, Battery, and Fade to Black. Damn.
All bangers. All bangers.
All
kind of
bangers.
sad. Kind of sad. There's no Creeping Death, but I'll take I'll take it for Battery. Battery's insane.
Battery, Hit the Lights, Fade to Black. Sad But True's a damn good tune too.
Yeah.
Great riff.
They're all 4 of those songs that are listed. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love all of them. They'd be great.
Yeah.
Sorry, Saint Anger
play them festival
Enjoyers.
now.
Sorry, Saint Anger Enjoyers. Sorry, Hardwired to Self-Destruct Enjoyers.
Yeah, no Moth and Flame.
Hardwire. No Moth and Flame.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty big miss. But
No
I mean,
Death Magnetic either.
No Death Magnetic. Well, I was gonna say no Hardwire to Self-Destruct because this is probably like one of our last chances to get Guitar Hero representation.
An official one with
that.
that, yeah.
Official Guitar Hero and Rock Band recognition of those songs.
But I mean, hey, this is an ongoing game. This isn't like a Guitar Hero Metallica where it's one and done. This game is going to last for years. Who's to say we don't get more Metallica tracks later on? It's not like the door's closed now, you know?
The only thing is, we haven't seen a new song from any icon after their season yet.
That's not true of Billie Eilish. After their season.
After their season.
Gotcha. I was like, Billie Eilish came out later during the mid-season. They got more Billie Eilish songs, but
yeah.
Not.
Yeah, I mean,
not
like, we
season.
got a couple of Gaga songs in season 2. Couple.
And we got the extra weekend at the end of season 1.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right.
Plus, he was part of the infamous 2-song week that we had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stitches
never again, please.
Can't Feel My Face, I think.
Yeah, it was Can't Feel My Face and Stitches. Shawn Mendes, bro. Yeah, new songs this week. Like, fuck it, that's how it was.
Can't breathe.
Yeah, beat it till I can't breathe, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. All right. No, okay, I didn't want to say, like, I know we kind of veered off a little bit, but I wanted to go back about that conversation about respecting the game.
Sure.
Treating certain types of notes differently, just like when it's a no ghost type game, it's a harmonics game, I treat it with a lot of fucking respect because I know that I can miss at any moment if I look at the game wrong.
Yeah.
I just
True.
I'm not
Especially
built
this game.
different. Yeah, I'm not built different like a lot of the Rock Band heads. Just like when I was watching Will GH Addict play Rock Band 3, like IRL, I was at JP's house in like 2019, so was Will, and he's just like yeah, just like put the calibration like this, and it was like fucking 40 audio, 60 video, and I was like, that's bizarre, and he's just like, just hit the notes, just like be comfortable with it, and then you'll hit it, and like he was kind of right. He was kind of right, but then I was like, dude, this kind of like ruins Rock Band 3, but it like made it better for me. But I don't know, like I was able to FC like the Flame solo for the first time ever in Rock Band 3, like in 2019.
On the Will calibration.
On the Will calibration. I think I FC'd it right then and there. I was like, holy shit, this just works.
Have I been doing it wrong this whole time?
It was like 40-60 or like 55-65.
Harmonix
crazy.
Games have a way of making you second guess yourself on calibration.
Yeah.
Did you feel gaslit all the time with these games? Just like,
I do.
Maybe I did do something. No, I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong. You're telling me I did something wrong? I felt perfectly fine. I fretted it perfect.
I saw a comment from somebody in the community that was honestly kind of reassuring, because if anybody hasn't tried Unsainted on Pro Lead in Fortnite Festival, do it. It's free right now. Go play it. Try it.
That'll humble you up real quick.
Well, is it free like at the time of this episode airing? I don't think so.
Oh
Probably
God,
not.
it might not be.
It'll
come back through.
It'll be around. It'll still be the newest week of songs technically.
Just get a friend who owns it and try it,
or go buy it for 500 V-Bucks.
There you go. But legitimately, it doesn't look like it'd be hard. If you just look at the chart, it doesn't look like it'd be like crazy.
Unless you're a
top
chord
tier.
hater, because the chord changes can easily trip you up.
But it's not the same as if you were playing it on a game that has a very open timing window, right? I mean, right now, we're all struggling with just, if I strum a hammer on, you break your combo. And with how many hammer-on chords are in there, you got to be very precise.
Yep.
It's awkward. It's awkward as hell.
Also gotta, like, hand it to the people who are playing Festival Pro Lead and they, like, don't even realize that perfects actually do kind of matter.
Yes.
They're just hitting notes. They only care about if something's, like, hit or missed. No perfects are really needed. So maybe they could really truly see how wide the engine kind of is with no dynamic timing window.
Yeah. The thing that I realized I didn't even mention the comment from the community. I was like, oh, somebody said something, didn't mention it. They basically said, like, I'm glad you guys, because we were talking about this, I think, on Twitter, Jake and I, we were struggling with the full combo on the Slipknot song as well, because other people are really struggling with hitting these chords and hitting the strums in between them, right? And if you saw this on Clone, or if you saw this on even Yarg, right, like, and you're playing on casual settings, it wouldn't be as difficult. It wouldn't.
No.
And that's a tough thing too, just from perception's sake, because so many people that haven't tried Festival think, oh, it's an easy game.
Dude, this chart of Unsainted also has a very very specific situation where if you played it in a clone, it would be brain dead easy to hit the riff. You know how it goes? It goes like red, yellow, red, blue, red, yellow, and then it shifts down, green, yellow, red, yellow, green, yellow.
Yes.
That red, yellow chord, that hopo chord,
sucks.
In the clones, all you have to do is just press red. After that, you can still anchor the lowest note.
But in every other official game, no anchoring on chord hopos.
You can fucking thank Exile Lord for that, because he wanted to create hopo chords that you can anchor, and that was a feature in GH3 Plus.
Yes.
When you changed like the whole timing window for that game, and then Strylane added it after the initial reception of Clone Hero. I think we talked about it. I was like, oh, I can't anchor and play that one part in Solus 4. Dun, 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 dun. You can't do. You can do that on a certain version of Clone Hero. You had to like actually individually press the hopos, and then he like added chord hopoing. And then in Yarg, I believe, I don't even know if there's a setting to turn it off. I think it's just built in. It's like hard coded into the game, but I might be wrong.
I believe it is. I'm not sure, but I think so.
If you got I gotta be careful with my wording here. The Rock Band 4 DLC chart of Unsainted is practically the same. So you would
the chord changes. I believe it uses the same chord changes.
I believe it's the exact same chart minus like a couple of things here and there.
I noticed that riff I didn't watch the entire chart through, but like the first thing I noticed right off the rip, after the intro part where it does like a little quick hopo bit where in Festival it goes like orange, blue, yellow, blue, orange real quick. It doesn't do that in Rock Band 4. It's something else. So that part's different, but all the chords that you're doing in the main riffs and the verses, I believe those are the same. So there is kind of a 1-to-1 comparison with engines here. You could go and play it on Rock Band 3 or 4, no, just 4. And you could go play it on Festival.
Yeah, the Rock Band 4
I bet you'll have an easier time on 4. Bet you'll have an easier time hitting it on 4 because that engine, despite Rock Band 4's problems, it was pretty stable in terms of hopo chords, but Festival still needs a bit of work. And I'm pretty sure they know that. I'm pretty sure when Season 4 came out, there was still like kind of an active thing. I think Kyle might have tweeted it, or maybe it was even in a blog post, where like you have to hit a hopo chord in a certain way. Like if you don't hit it in a certain way, it will miss because it's like interpreting an anchor some wrong way.
Yeah, it was like
you have to let go of the frets.
You have to let go of the frets in a specific order. Like you have to let go of the bottom fret first, and then the top one.
It's like I believe it's some sort of weird byproduct of the Coyote Time fixes that we got with Season 4 as well.
Yeah, which is why I was having some issues with Carry On Wayward Son until you told me that it was fine, and I was like, I just had to strum most, if not all of that.
Yeah, and I didn't strum any of it, and I see it's just fine. So like it's bizarre. Maybe it's just a difference in play styles and how we like do small things. Like again,
how we respect the game differently. You know,
yeah, it's a matter of like releasing the frets at a very specific time. Maybe I release them in the way that the game wants, and maybe you release them in the way that the game doesn't like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is wild that we have this small of differences that are making for really major gameplay variations, right? Like,
it just goes to show that that there's a long way to go with the Pro engine on Fortnite Festival. It's good. It's not perfect. We also don't want it to be super, we don't want it to be like sloppy. We don't want it to be GH2 sloppy faux fix engine. We don't want it to be like that.
No.
Or like fucking. We just don't want to be broken. We just want it to feel probably exactly like Rock Band 4. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah,
Rock Band 4
straight up a Rock Band 4.
No lanes.
No lanes.
No lanes.
No.
No lanes. No lanes, Epic. Do not. If someone brings it up, say no for guitar. If it's for drums, I'm cool
For
with
drums,
that. I don't
sure.
give a fuck.
Cool with drums.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, those are fine.
Actually, I might give a little bit of a fuck. Don't make it like Rock Band 3 drum lanes. But, just we could probably deal with it, though. But just don't add for guitar
lanes,
please.
they can stay. That's a relic of the past. You're gonna do that again.
Don't fucking do that.
I know you're charting that shit though, so it's getting me worried.
Yeah, no, I know. We know. We know Sandstorm's definitely supposed to have them.
Your secrets aren't that secret.
For whom the bell toll's supposed to have them in the outro.
They fucked it up on For Whom the Bell Tolls. Actually,
It looks really funny.
yeah, it's funny. It's not how Lane should look, which makes me believe that it actually doesn't. I don't know.
Speaking of For Whom the Bell Tolls outro, just like little parts like that, and maybe like that intro, the little hopo bit in Unsainted. I like how they're charting a lot of the scratches, and just like feedback and stuff.
Tom Morello solo. Tom Morello.
Tom Morello on Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, this is the best Bulls on Parade scratch solos.
Killing in the Name is also very good too. Even the intro to Humble, I was surprised to see that.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like the little bits to keep it fresh and just engaging the whole time, because God knows that I just don't want to play. Yeah, I don't want to play just like straightforward charts. Having a gimmick, having it be lead instead of just guitar allows a lot more gimmicks through. And I think that's,
you get a lot more.
Great.
You get licensed to do a lot with it. I
Mm-hmm.
also like their decisions with forcing and like when you strum. Like Unsainted is this past week is a great example. You kind of get into a groove of it. You're just kind of you're just like strumming on beats and stuff like that. If it was like all straight strums, it wouldn't be as fun, I don't think. But using the forcing the way they do, and no pun intended, you're almost forced to use the hopos because they're kind of inconsistent if you strum them.
Yeah. You strum them, it's over.
It gets you into a groove, and it feels good in songs like this. There's one other song that did it really well that I can't think of right now.
It makes you have to be more precise, honestly.
Yeah,
like, again,
yeah.
This all comes back to Festival has made the game more satisfying to play if you're trying to play it the way they want you to.
Sure.
Like, that's...
I agree.
That's very satisfying because... Hey, if you get a top 5, top 10 score right now on Pro, you freaking earned it. Like, you didn't cheese your way to that. There's no way to cheese top scores in this game. You can't.
Nope. You just got to play better. You just got to hit those perfects and path it.
Which is really, really cool.
Pathing and perfects are awesome and great. It brings just another layer to the genre that we've kind of needed, just as a little fresh reset. And I know there's people that don't want to like hit perfects and stuff, but the game still feels good. It's like it's a very approachable engine. Anyone who is just getting into it because they saw the Riff Master at Walmart, which is insane, by the way. Now you can just go walk into GameStop and get a Riff Master.
Yeah, I was right next door to a GameStop. I went to a.
You should have just gone in, man.
I should have
just gone in. You should have bought one. No, dead ass.
That'd be so funny. Just, hey guys, just bought this new Riff Master here from GameStop. I have a picture with me and the receipt and all that stuff,
Yeah. One of my buddies who's just like getting back into playing rhythm games. He hurt his hands a couple years ago and just couldn't, and his wrists, like he was just recovering. But he after work went to GameStop, picked up the Riff Master. I was like, dude, you of all people, you picked up a Riff Master? You're back? Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. Yeah. I saw the little GameStop sticker. I was like, dude, that's so sick. And this is one of my buddies that I met from playing this game, from streaming, and I was like, damn, you're back. That's fucking awesome. Get on Fortnite. And there's a joke between us is be like, no, we'll never play Fortnite again. Like we took Fortnite seriously, like with like building and like playing it, and it was just all we played. And then we just like stopped because we were like, this is not okay. But then now we're reinstalling Fortnite so we can play Festival together. So like that's great.
It's really cool hearing that because it makes sense. Even more so now in retrospect, why they decided to make the engine the way they did. And I think it's the best decision they made with this game, if I'm going to be completely honest, having the more open timing window, but the skill cap being so incredibly high by perfects existing with that smaller timing window than normal.
I'm not going to lie. I would like it. I think I would be fine with it being a Clone Hero engine. As long as there's perfects there. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, the perfects raise the skill ceiling to unimaginable heights because optimals will be few and far between if anybody ever gets an optimal.
I've seen a few that are this close, but they're they're still ticks away, right? They're still ticks. And I love that this is like for your friend, right, who's just getting back into it, right? They can still hit notes and they're going to feel good about it, and they can improve over time on perfects and things like that, right? Yeah. It's more welcoming. I love that, right? Like, it isn't, if you can't hit this tap pattern, then you're just not able to hit notes.
It's a wide fucking engine. Like,
it is.
The festival engine is wide. Like,
I don't have numbers, but I feel like it'd be like 250 to 300 milliseconds of a timing window.
You can hit some shit like kind of ridiculously late, ridiculously early, even unintentionally. You know, despite that, there are still lots of flaws with that engine. Especially, like, I see it happen a lot on one Fast Solo A. Because, like, I'll try it. I'll load it up. I got 5 minutes to spare. Let's go fucking see if we can hit it with this 500 millisecond calibration on my TV.
This is why this guy's FC'd it like 3 or 4 times out of the way. This is what he does. Oh, yeah, I got 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes.
I'll play one. I'll fuck around with the solo.
I'm gonna play one right now. Yeah.
Let's try the solo this way. Let's try the solo that way. Let's try the solo this way. And that's why he can do it in his fucking sleep at this point.
The game, like it starts getting weird once you're in the 200s, both for input and audio video. At least for Fast Solo A in my research.
I am in the 200s on my Xbox Series.
But I think you can do it though, because I've FC'd it at 195, 210 on my.
What about 225, 240?
225, 240 should be possible.
That's where I'm at my Xbox.
You're on the fucking brink. You're like on the fucking brink. I know that when I play at 430, that's when shit gets weird.
430?
Because the soundbar, dude. Soundbar ain't no joke. I gotta have it. I gotta have it booming.
My living room soundbar is I think it's like 370 or something like that on my Xbox.
It feels I got it perfect on my TV with my Riffmaster, and I could stand basically in the back of my living room looking at my TV, and it feels perfect. And I was like, shit,
wow.
All right, this feels great. And then I can walk up close to it and it won't feel any different either.
Come to think of it, I haven't played my living room setup.
Dude, it's fun
with the Riffmaster ever. I should.
It's fun, man. It's fun, especially with festival. It's really fun.
I can go stand in my kitchen. I could be making food and then also playing Fortnite Festival on my TV with my Riffmaster strung along me with the strap and everything.
There you go.
Tap
mode. Tap mode one hand.
Tap mode
making something with the other.
Mixing something with the other.
That's a video. What was he cooking? Is there what songs are about cooking?
Butter.
Butter.
I mean, I guess I could be melting butter in a pot, ready to fry some eggs.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a whole lot of songs about cooking.
No, really Butter Bar. I can make pancakes.
Oh, Butter Bar and pancakes.
Make some pancakes.
That's a good idea. 10 trillion views. You're gonna be a more billionaire off of that video.
I think I'll get like 1,000 if I'm lucky.
That's okay. No, that sounds like something that would go hard on YouTube Shorts or Instagram.
Depending on how you edit it, that could be a good TikTok. That might have to be like a
I noticed
60 second to keep retention. But
do you know what's crazy? I think like YouTube Shorts, they pop off if they're like fucking 10 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, the shorter the better, honestly, because dude, it's more shareable.
There is no in between on YouTube. I feel like it's either a video is 10 seconds or like 5 seconds or fucking 3 hours.
True.
Yeah. Like the long ass ones get really good watch time, obviously, but the short ones somehow maybe also get. I mean, percentage watch time is through the roof.
You
watch all 5
seconds.
Channel.
Yeah, you want to grow your channel. You do a 5-second fucking clip. That's like funny. You know
I'm gonna have to resort to doing shorts. I want to get that fucking silver plaque.
It's great.
I feel like shorts are the easiest way to
you could easily get that shit before the end of the year. If you
that's what I was thinking, honestly. Like if I just spam shorts.
What do you have? Like 40K? Are you at 70K? 30K to go?
Brother, I'm at 83K.
Oh, you have dude.
17,000.
Dude, no. Hey, you got this. Back, yo, you got this.
At my current pace, it would take me about a year and a half. I'll get about 1,000 subs a month. This is where I'm at.
No, if you just put up a short every day, you'll be good. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I need to spend like a whole day just going through like stream highlights and finding actual like funny clips and just make those into shorts or TikToks,
5 seconds
or both.
5 seconds
or Instagram Reels. Fuck it,
Instagram Reels. Yeah. But yeah, no, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Riffmaster, like in the living room. Yeah, no, the game just gets fucking weird when you have the input offset that high. But I feel like they're just kind of. I feel like it's almost server-sided, too. Almost. I don't want to say that.
I have something funny to talk about with this.
Yeah.
Go on though.
Yeah, no. I mean, like at the start, I was going to end it there. I wasn't sure about your guys' opinion on like input-sided engine, server-sided inputs. That's what I was talking about.
I have I've mentioned this off stream, but I think I'm going to mention it here. I don't know if this is necessarily something that's worth looking into and diving deep, but I swear to God, I legitimately think each song has different calibration. The more I've tested it, I feel like the input is 5-10 milliseconds different on every song. And maybe it's skill issue, but again, this is one of those things where I can't tell.
Yeah, and that's the thing that sucks the most about calibration talk is because it's so, one, subjective, and two, really hard to test in a like objective sense.
Yes.
It's just like, let's try it this way. Does this feel better? Okay, no, let's move it. Does it feel better now? I would like to have some sort of objectivity with this so that there's no room for error, human error, or your own biases being added. But the only way to do that would be with a task somehow. But I'm not smart enough to do that, so I don't know.
I also wonder if, like, you know, when Rhythm Authors does charting, are they playing on a server-sided build? Like, you know,
they wouldn't be doing it
on live, would they?
No,
they would have a different
they'd be doing
build.
that locally.
They would do it local, but how local is it? You know what I mean? How local is all of that? Is it running off of
I don't know how
their work home network?
Work.
I don't know either.
Actually, hold on, wait a second, because I feel like a lot of game dev is done remote. I guess Rhythm Monsters is remotely, so they have to remote into a computer, and that computer is just on a server, and their computer, they would introduce their own leg that way, but it's running on its own server. They would have network lag somehow being remoted in, but the game
so, like,
itself
if they're
would probably be processed on.
If they're play testing charts and someone is play testing on a fucking 30-inch monitor versus a 25-inch monitor or something crazy like that, so many different variables can validate your theory, Jason. You know, is it 5 milliseconds off? Is it not? Is it because this tester was on this setup or something? Because the game is all server-sided and it's on, I don't know. You know, this is just crazy blabber talk.
It is. It 100% is.
It is funny to think about, like, what if that's the case? What if that is enough, you know, for you to think that way, that it's 5 milliseconds off? That's crazy.
But here's the other side of it that makes me throw a wrench into this brain aneurysm that I'm having right now. MD Curtis. He plays with no audio.
0-0.
He plays 0-0 without audio, and he just got a 1% good note run on Unsainted Drums, where it was like 20 goods.
You go fuck right off, by the way.
Yeah, 27 goods, right? That's 27 goods.
I hate that.
That's insane.
He is a machine, and he doesn't even listen to the song. He's just looking at the fucking notes.
Yes. Which, again, theoretically, right, if you're playing on 0-0, right, and you're just doing it visually, that means the window's there, he can hit the notes within it, and it's good to go, right? That means it works. That theoretically means it works. So what is he doing differently? Unless he's just literally that robotic and in tune with his 1/20th of a second.
He is. Yes. He's really good at DJ Max. He's no newbie to these games. He is actually very robotic and machine-like. However, it's to an insane degree. He's leagues above everybody else.
Leagues
above.
Yeah, who's
if he
ready
plays
for
a song,
who's ready for that fucking conversation, man? Like, it's just, he doesn't play with audio. That's so different.
That's insane.
That's bizarre.
Whereas like us, I mean, I could play with no audio if I wanted to. If I wanted
but I don't want to.
I very much could.
Yeah,
I very much could. That's what I had to do to FC1. I mean, I played 0-0. I had to just play at a decent, because
I might have to just thug it out and do that then. I don't want it, but I might have to.
I had the desync, like, that muscle memory was in my head, because that's how I played GH3 customs on PC back in the day. I didn't want to go into the fucking menu and adjust my calibration so that this shitty chart that I was playing, was just offset. I was just gonna deal with it because, like, I could, or I could just put both earphones on both of my ears, and then I wouldn't hear my strum bar clicks as much, and it wouldn't be as awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
So like,
Sure.
and also even before that, I used to play like when Guitar Hero 80s came out. That's when the family got an HD TV, and I was like, oh, can I play GH on here? Calibration sucked balls on GH2 engine, so I muted the TV. I got 90% of my FCs muted on that TV until Guitar Hero 3 patched, and then I could actually play properly on there. I was still playing muted.
Those are the struggle years. You just thug that out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, if the situation arises, then I can just do it. I remember in Copenhagen, I was calibrating those fucking TVs in the black box, and I just decided to do a run of like Ride the Lightning on with no game mode on, no audio, and I had to fucking just show off because that's what people were there to see. And so that's what I did. I just figured it out. I adapted on the fly, and I knew that calibration was ass. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
Or I found out that it was like 360 or 320 or something like that.
It also didn't help that until the day after they didn't have it on game mode on the TVs. That didn't help.
Yeah, I mean, made that discovery in our day in the black box. That was Sunday night instead of Friday, like you.
Yeah, no. So, but I had it calibrated for that one night, and so I guess that was enough. If you were just listening to the song and strumming along to it that way, you would hit perfects.
Yeah, that's almost how you had to calibrate it that way.
At the very least.
When I'm calibrating, sometimes I like to take them off. I don't want to hear what I'm listening to. I only want to hit the notes. So I don't want to be biased by what I'm hearing. I just want to see visually where the notes are. Am I hitting it in where the hit window's here, and I have like all this area here above. Where am I hitting it? But then I add the audio, and it's like, ooh, that's off. But the video is good, so I got to move the audio around. You got to do it one at a time, and you have to do the one Kamala Harris quote. You have to be unburdened by what has been and think of what, whatever the fuck she says. Got to be unburdened by the audio so you can calibrate the video.
Yeah.
Vote for me.
No, I mean, like that's truly all it is, too. It's just, I think the magic, the phrase that I like to use, it's like, if you're hitting early, add delay. If you're hitting late, remove delay.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for both video and audio. Because, like, Guitar Hero 3 PC was just the time where everything was either delayed or you had to adjust the offset in GHTCP or go in the game, change the fucking thing, change the fucking calibration from 175 milliseconds to 200 or something. Disgusting ass port. But
if there's one thing I want more than anything else for Season 5 of Fortnite Festival, there's one thing. It's better calibration. That's it. Legitimately, if I could have one thing off my wish list, the thing that I think would help the community the most, regardless of all the nice things like extra upgrades to Battle Stage, etc., to fix the actual gameplay for most people so that they could just hit perfect notes easier, right? Because
I'm with you, because I think I want there to be a board on the screen and then a visible hit window showing where the latest and earliest hit notes for both regular and perfects.
That'd be so fantastic. That'd be fantastic, bro.
That would be awesome, and then you could see a visual when you're calibrating to see where you're going to move it, and it would somehow just kind of work with, dynamically with the audio-video calibration, too.
Yeah, just make it a click track.
Here's where your timing window is, and here's where the notes are going to land, if you have it on this calibration.
Yeah, make it like Warriors of Rock, except for you see the hit window is pretty much it.
That'd be sick.
Right? Yeah, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a Yarg video real quick. With just
if there's just like a tutorial click track where like every beat boop boop boop, it just beeps at you, so then you can kind of line it up with each note. Just a quick little, just a flash in the pan. There's no like.
Here, look at this, man. Like something kind of like this custom Yarg build that I saw from Archwick a couple years ago, or no, a year ago. But look at that. It shows all the milliseconds of like a good, a perfect, and like all that all in one little thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like we don't have to have that many because it's only just hit, miss, or perfect. Just one it's just judgments.
Yeah, but having different visual indicators on the highway itself showing you the window.
Exactly.
Is
so
insane.
You see like the inner, like maybe like the blue timing window. Right, like that would probably be like perfect, or something like that. Actually, hold on. Let's look
No,
at the description.
I would say that red one is probably
The red one.
Oh no! Look at the description. It's 55.5
milliseconds for perfect.
It's actually a little bit loose, a little bit looser than
wow.
But that's cool.
And then 150 milliseconds for okay. Total hit window with no infinite front end. Okay, so then
I feel
green
like
would probably extend massively.
Yeah.
But it's not even green. It's gray.
Gray. Yeah, gray, not green.
Yeah. So there's 150 milliseconds total hit window. So like damn near double that probably, and we get to the festival timing window.
Yeah. Well, like something like
that'd
that.
be
Visually,
ideal.
something like that for calibration would help a lot of people. Sweaty and not sweaty.
Because I see a lot of people saying that they don't understand why they're not hitting notes a certain way. It's like, this game doesn't feel right. Like, it's because you never calibrate. They're like, what's calibration? And then I get comments saying, there was somebody who was speaking in broken English and it was hard to understand exactly what they're saying, but the gist of it was, how do I calibrate this? It doesn't look, how do I make it look like yours does, where the notes aren't like halfway off the screen when I hit them versus the audio? It's like, it's not super obvious to somebody who's never played one of these games. No other game mode do you have to go and calibrate your shit before you play it. You just hop in and play it.
I think there's also something to be said about like how the strike line is designed on Fortnite Festival. Like maybe it looks that way so that we can, because it kind of looks like that little black line where the colors are. That it's almost like that is the perfect window if you have it lined up right there on that strike line. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're not the only one who feels that way.
I feel that way.
So, okay, I have been purposely not looking at the strike line like we usually would, but since I've felt better about hitting notes a little bit behind ever since festivals come out, and it's been really good for hitting perfects, I've been honestly looking almost at the star power bar below the notes. Like straight up, because it feels like it's almost more lined up there for me. The little black bar.
Your calibration is all fucky.
It is 100%.
So it probably is lined up there, actually.
Yeah. Which again, I've tried putting it a little bit further up, like where the colors are on the strike line, but then I don't hit perfects the same, and the score goes down. So it's like, why?
Back to this. It's all very subjective. It's how you prefer to play. Some people prefer to hear the shit before. Some people like to play the shit before they hear it. Like going back to some Clone Hero stuff, a lot of people like to hit the notes really far up into the like way earlier than the strike line. It just feels better.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I would rather hit shit earlier rather than later.
I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry.
Take your time, dude. Take your time. This is Yapcast today, anyways, about things we want for the future and just the songs and everything. We're good. No worries.
And here's the thing too: when we're talking about calibration and doing visual things like this, we can't just have like a static image show up over the highway, because track speed changes everything. Like visually, if somebody's playing a 2.5 track speed, I mean, it will just say like with no track speed, like the hit window is like this large. It's this large now on 2.5 speed because it makes it larger. The notes are more spaced out, so therefore visually the hit window looks more spaced out too, even though it's the exact same. So you'd have to have some sort of dynamically changing window with the track speed too. And then even in that regard, if you just look at it, that means nothing to you. You don't know what the track speed is. If you knew what the track speed is and you knew like how many milliseconds exactly, then you can kind of work out to exactly how strict it is. But you can't just visually say this is what it is, because it doesn't tell the full story still. You know?
And unfortunately, we're in a position where a lot of people in the Fortnite Festival community don't understand what track speed actually does, because I couldn't tell you.
Back to the days, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen comments of, oh, this looks difficult, but can you do it at 2.5? Because it'll be so much harder to push the buttons that much faster. Right, like...
Well, I'm actually the same inputs that I did right now would be just the same back 2.5. It just looks different, you know.
It just looks different. It's just spacing the notes out
purely
more.
Visual.
100%.
I mean, the people who, the normies, we'll call them, still have that issue with regular hyperspeed. I get those comments on my videos all the time. Well, why does his game look like it's so much faster than mine? Yeah. That's pretty much almost what they always say. Why does it look faster? Or why are the notes... Wait, why does this look easier? Because the notes are further apart than mine.
Which, hey, that goes back all the way to in the early days when the hyperspeed was a cheat code, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't use it in tournaments because some tournaments were like, no, that's
You're cheating.
Yeah. There's been misunderstandings about what hyperspeed or scroll speed is since the very beginning. Like that's nothing new. It would be nice to see something in game that explains it a bit so that there was a little less confusion, whether it was just a quick description of scroll speed, how the notes appear. This does not change gameplay inputs, something like that. Just
or make it super simple. Like, this does not make the song faster. It and then the next part's harder. As long as you make it damn sure that everybody that reads that is like, oh, the song plays at the same speed.
Yes, it's not a speed up. It's just how fast can you read the notes? How much space do you want between them? That way, if you can process the words on your page faster, if you're reading a book, you'll be able to read through the book, and read it really nice. And that's a bad analogy.
Not necessarily that bad, though, because, it's a lot easier to read spaced out text rather than a wall of text, right? If you have proper punctuation, if you have, after every paragraph, you double space it or whatever, or the whole document's double spaced for that matter, it's a lot easier to read than just a wall of text. That's a good analogy, actually.
Well, hello.
If somebody types out 5 paragraphs in one block of text, it's a whole lot easier to read that if there was a space between each, paragraph, and if it was tabbed in. It just looks better. It's easier to read. That we got a guest.
You expanded on that in a way that made it way better. So I agree. Big wall of text is bad.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a good analogy. Thanks for bringing that to my mind, because that's a good way to explain it, because everybody has to read. Unless somehow you don't read. Hey, real quick in chat, in the comments, real quick poll, how many of you guys can read?
Hey, Alec's back. Alec, can you read?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about reading. Like books.
I read?
Like books.
Reading like books?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like self-help books? Walls of text?
I mean, you just self-inserted that, but...
I don't know.
So you can't read.
I can read?
What we're saying is, if the big block of text in your book was all jammed close together, it'd be hard to read. But if you spaced out the paragraph a bit, it'd be a little easier to read it while you were reading through the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like in your Word document, when you just type shit out and then you go to double space the entire document, it's like, oh, that's a lot more easy to digest. That's what track speed is. That's what hyperspeed is.
That's hyperspeed.
Essentially, yeah. That's hyperspeed.
Yeah. There we go. It's not that there's more words to read. You don't have to read them faster because they're more spaced out more. No.
Now, what's like the Rock Band Guitar Hero equivalent to like where they bold the first couple of letters per word so that you could read faster? What is that called?
Like
Auto-strum?
Newspaper?
Is that called auto-strumming? No.
I don't know where you're going with this analogy.
No. It's a crazier thing.
He's talking about like the speed reading thing where it's like, oh, your brain interprets it? Yeah. Yeah, you take that like half the word and bold it so that your brain interprets it faster. I don't believe the mumbo jumbo, but some people do. Some people love it.
I've never heard of this before. This is news to me.
No, I don't think it's going to be relevant in the Guitar Hero space. But
yeah, I don't know if we can draw that analogy too much further.
I think it's out the window at this point.
Oh, I just remembered. We were talking about like server side lag and stuff like that with Festival.
Sorry. No. I'm not letting go of this.
Oh,
bionic reading. That's it.
Bionic reading. Auto-strum?
Okay, yeah,
All taps?
I have heard of this. I've never. It didn't make sense. Yeah, what would this be?
It's just like all taps. Is this whale pussy of reading?
Pussy of reading.
That's a quote. Is this whale pussy of reading?
Is this the whale pussy of reading?
Yeah, this new generation of readers have it way too easy. We had to read every single word for as it is. Now they only have to read like the first half of the word and they just get the gist of it. They don't even have to. They don't even have to fucking ghost anymore. They're ghosting right now. Actually, this is ghosting. They're ghosting. We had to play with a fucking. We had no ghost. We had to read every single fucking letter to understand. These guys are fucking. They don't care. Where are my real readers at? Hashtag real readers in the chat. Anyways, thank you for bringing that up though, because that is perfect. That now makes perfect sense to me. You're talking about server side like lag and how maybe your ping to the server could affect your gameplay on Festival. It's not exactly the same thing, but somebody from my chat the other day, they were having so many issues with their Rock Band 4 on their Xbox Series X being a bit laggy.
I think I know like their solution for this.
Yeah,
I've heard this more than once actually.
You
from
have
different people, I believe.
Okay,
I believe somebody else in my YouTube chat and my Twitch chat were both had this problem. They were having massive lag spikes in Rock Band 4
frequently,
frequent.
The person I'm talking about is Relatives. He was having issues, like he said, 50 times a minute. Probably he would have a massive lag spike in his game. 50 times every hour. Did I say minute? I meant hour.
Yeah, which is like almost unheard of. I mean, like, I don't know. I've played Rock Band 4 and I get lag spikes, but not like that.
Not that frequently.
And I found out
not even every session. Like once every couple sessions, I'll get like a big spike. It's like, oh shit! Now I have to like restart because it fucks up your calibration for that song at the time. But he was having them super frequently. He was like, he's exhausted every option. He's like uninstalled and reinstalled the game. Going offline fixes it though. That's the thing though. So it's something to do with being online, being connected to their servers. And apparently, also, the more DLC you have, the worse it gets. Like the less stable it gets. So some people,
I could see that happening.
That comes to mind. Nolan/No, he only has Rock Band 4 DLC installed in his Rock Band 4, and none of the previous like Rock Band 1, 2, 3 DLC. He doesn't even have it because the game is more stable.
On my PS4, my jailbroken PS4, I have like 4,000 songs in that bitch. And
but it's fine because you're offline.
Yeah, but I'm offline, but then also the game is still unstable, even though it has all that DLC.
Yeah, because it wasn't made for that many songs, yeah. But
I mean, it was made for a big library, but the big library?
Big library with customs and everything like that.
See, and that's like the one thing that is kind of, nullified with Fortnite Festival, because all that shit is just on the server.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is the big reveal. The way that this person fixed that issue with having like a shit ton of lag spikes every hour, hop on a VPN.
What?
And it worked. It fixed it. It was something to do with his specific internet connection going direct to the Rock Band 4 servers that was causing this issue. But if he rerouted his internet from his ISP to a different ISP and a different IP address entirely to the Rock Band 4 servers, they talked better.
I wonder if it was a very, very rare occurrence since they moved over to the the Epic
after
servers.
the Epic, yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, that was another thing he tried. He even tried unlinking his Epic account with Rock Band and then relinking it, thinking maybe something was there. That didn't fix it. It was going on a VPN.
That's like a last resort option. Is like going VPN and like it fixed it.
But it worked, and now he can play the game, and the scores posted to leaderboards.
So
Rock Band 4 moment. As if it couldn't get any funnier.
Yeah, let's hope this isn't the case for Festival. I don't think it is.
I mean, Festival, they've already come out and said that servers have nothing to do with the note detection and it's all on your computer.
Yeah.
So unless they were wrong about that.
But that's not the full story, though, because they do their own. They do their own validation on their side servers. Like that was the issue with Season 1 and maybe even early Season 2, where it visually looked like you missed a note on your side, but you didn't on their side. Like
that's still
the background stayed.
I had an issue.
That still happens?
Issue earlier this week where I straight up fucking missed a note, and my combo didn't drop.
Correct. I've had that happen this week too.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
I haven't seen this personally.
I've had this happen multiple times where I thought I missed a note and didn't. It's happened on battle stage. It's happened on main stage. I've had the audio cut out like I missed a note, and then the combo doesn't drop.
Really?
Yeah, straight up. So there's still something weird for sure. I mean, I've had people take clips of it even, right? Like, there's also the notes being hit out of order at points, right? Like,
yeah, I've seen that.
There's definitely some strange funkiness. Not to mention even like we were talking earlier about hopos. There's still hopo glitches in the game, especially on sustains, right? If you
don't get the points.
If you do not let go of all your frets before hitting a pull-off sustain, you do not get points.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times because I was just playing. I forget what song it was. It wasn't this week, it was a couple weeks ago, but I was just absentmindly playing. It happened to me on just one normally
all the time.
I was just anchoring on the sustain, and I let go, and I was like, "Wait a second, I can't do that. I lose points if I do that." It's like that.
Yes,
that shouldn't be a thing.
And that's
surely Season 5 they fixed that.
Bulls on Parade is one that I immediately think of. The ending, because it's just orange to green, and it's a green pull-off every time. So you have to play it. If you're playing it, you need to play it almost like it's orange, open note pull-off on Clone Hero green to get the points. You have to do that. If you just hold down the green and then do this,
you will not get any points from the sustains.
You do not get points. You have to put the space in there.
Well, rather, you get the points from hitting the note. You don't get the ticks.
You do not get the sustain.
The sustain is essentially the same amount of points as a regular note.
When you get perfects, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally losing thousands of points, and it does not give it to you on the result screen either.
No, it's just gone. You lost
just
those points.
Gone. So that's a major bug for score chasing.
Yeah, it's something annoying that doesn't have to be.
Yeah, and that's something that most people aren't going to notice in the heat of the moment while playing.
Nope.
They just aren't.
Nope, you're not going to be hard scoping your score the entire time just to see that, it's going up.
Hard scoping.
Of course it's going up. I hit notes.
Yeah, I hard scope my perfect sometimes. It's a bad habit.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's a pretty bad habit because I know that I should just be relaxing and kind of relearning that muscle memory so that I could just have it for perfects. At least for that game. Because hard scoping that hard, just focusing that hard, just instills a bad habit for me, and treating every game like that when I don't need to. Yeah. Even like the loosest games, like when I play Clone Hero, I'm just like, I don't need to look at the fucking strike line. I don't need to.
No,
I literally
you just
don't
play that.
I just play. Or like I'm playing literally any other game that's not Festival. Like I'm playing Rock Band 4. I'm like, I don't need to look at the strike line. I can just be relaxed. What am I doing?
I got to be honest. I have had a harder time playing other games after Festival now, just because I enjoy the perfect so much.
Yeah.
That's my issue right now, is I enjoy score chasing on festivals so much that it makes loading up something like a Yarg and just playing customs not feel as satisfying to me. That's hard.
Yeah, it's more one-dimensional. If you're going to go for a score in previous games, that was my bread and butter for many years. That's what I did. It feels very one-dimensional now. It's like much more basic, which has its own perks. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can actually be a bit more competitive in that regard because there's less variables. Like the most competitive Guitar Hero game is Guitar Hero 3. It's arguably the most simple game to squeeze. There's a lot less jank involved. It's just simple.
Probably the
activate
most complex thing there is like tick bursting.
Tick bursting and
extended hit window.
Yeah, extended hit window. That's the new thing, and just getting correct tick burst and getting good whammy. That's all you need. There's no early whammy, so the amount of whammy you get is pretty much the same every time. Give or take 1 or 2 frames when you get onto the sustain right away. But it's a very simple game, and I think that also has some its own perks where you don't have to worry about every single note. It's a bit more. It's weird to say Guitar Hero 3 squeezing is a bit more casual because that's the most sweaty fucking thing in the entire world. But
the skill cap's raised. I mean, if you think about it, you're right. Because, hey, even pathing on GH3 is easier. There's no overlaps.
Big time.
Right?
No overlaps,
no
nothing.
Overlaps,
GH3 is the most bread and butter, simple dimple,
oh yeah, bro, fucking cult
easy
personality.
to
You
understand.
activate on the star power phrase, and you see the notes go big for a second. Yeah. Oh wait, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep, that's in the start of the second solo. You hit the first, I think it's a whammy, and then it's not the very first note of the phrase, but the whammy, and then you hit the whatever.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to get at here is there's a utility in not having the perfects there. I understand why people don't like it because it does introduce a different level of play that you aren't really used to, and to be honest, it feels like sometimes a bit of randomness because I feel like I'm hitting most of these notes perfect, but they're not. It's because the hit window for the perfect
wait
is
until you
small.
Wait until you get that motherfucking PS2 adapter. You're gonna go. What?
All right. Maybe I'll take it back. Maybe I'll be getting PFCs left and right with that thing. Who knows?
Maybe.
I don't.
Maybe you will.
But it's also because the game is at a point right now still where it still feels early and not polished and perfect yet. So. Maybe in 6 months, maybe at the 1 year anniversary, this game is going to be considered complete, and it's just going to be at the point where all the main engine stuff done. We got it dialed in, tuned in where we want it to be. Now we can only solely focus on more songs, more outfits, more animations, all this stuff. But the actual core functionality of the engine is perfect, right? And maybe once that's the case, maybe it won't. I hope it does. I hope we get to the point where the engine's perfect. But maybe when that comes out, when everything's perfect, and when there's whammy, maybe it'll feel a whole lot less random about getting a top score. About the amount of perfects and stuff like that. Because sometimes I feel that way. It's like, oh, I played this song 3 times in a row, and I had varying perfects for plus or minus 5%. Didn't feel like that probably should have happened. But again, maybe it should have, and I'm just sloppy. I don't know. It's all subjective. It's all about vibes, bro. This game's all about vibes.
It's
really
legitimately hard to tell right now. And the reason why I was saying that maybe it won't is because it is a live service, and it is going to keep evolving. Who's to say they ever finish the engine, because they might keep adding new things each season? We don't know.
See, and that's
maybe
why
every update fucks it up in some way or another. That happens in regular Fortnite. Every update, fix one thing, break another.
Yeah,
it'll probably happen
possible
forever. I don't know.
That's the reason why I'm like semi-okay with seasonal leaderboards. I know shit's gonna change. Things will be different each time. Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily feel like the seasonal leaderboards is something they wanted. More like it's something that is there as like a band-aid to cover up the things that were incorrect before and now are fixed. Therefore, all the previous scores aren't necessarily valid this time around.
I'm gonna have to FC 1 every season. I'm prepping myself for that. That's why I have 4 FCs of 1.
Yeah, you're set, bro. You don't have to worry about that at all. I still have to FC the first time, and I would like to do that like before season 4 is over.
Just
to say it.
How about you do it right now, bro?
Okay. I was gonna grab a guitar, but
that's
it's over
episode.
there.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we could call it there though. It's been a solid yap session. JP, you didn't talk much today. What's going on, man? What?
I'm not gonna lie. That's probably your worst take ever. What the fuck is wrong with you? Dude?
From best at the beginning to the worst at the end. I can't believe this.
This dude's changed, man.
This guy has changed. I think you're right, Jake. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to have like a team meeting here to discuss this.
Dude, that's ridiculous, JP. How could you say that? That's so fucked up. I'm starting a Twitter thread right now.
People are gonna watch this, right? We're recording this.
This is fucked up,
dude.
Digital footprint, man. That's gonna follow you.
This is our last episode. It's over. You can't say that.